Crypto's Cold War, US and China's battle for blockchain supremacy. China has been actively looking to increase its capabilities in the blockchain and distributed ledger space. Most of the world's Bitcoin mines are concentrated in China. The rollout of China's digital yuan project is being viewed by some as a long-term threat to the US dollar. America's relationship with China could be best described as cold. The first and second largest economies in the world have increasingly found themselves at odds, from trade to finance, artificial intelligence to telecoms. China and the US have clashed over China's dealing with its neighbors, for example, Taiwan. The rollout of Huawei's 5G network, which some claimed was a ploy by the Chinese state to spy on its rivals in Europe, was met with pressure from US regulators who lobbied to keep Chinese companies out of American allies' digital infrastructure. China's expanding AI capabilities, facial recognition technologies, electric vehicle production, and its domination of the solar panel market have all brought the Asian giant into increasing competition with America, and in some cases, surging past it. One area of America and China's technological Cold War that's been heating up recently is around who will dominate the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. American businesses have established themselves as key pillars of the crypto community. The same can't be said of the US government. While America has pursued a cautious approach to the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, and decentralized ledger technology, China has raced ahead. But what does this mean for the future of blockchain, and indeed the future of finance? China's dominance over Bitcoin mining. While Bitcoin was designed to be a decentralized, global network that allows anyone, anywhere to take part, in just over a decade, the picture, at least when looking at the mining community, couldn't be more different. In 2020, China controlled nearly 80% of the global processing power that runs the Bitcoin network, meaning the majority of the world's Bitcoin transactions are routed through machines in the country. Bitcoin miners in China are found in high concentrations near coal or hydroelectric power plants, in particular places like Inner Mongolia and the Yunnan province. Cheap hydroelectric power has led to a boom in Bitcoin mines in China. This allows the miners to keep their operating costs to a minimum as they churn through vast amounts of power in search of mining rewards, giving them an edge over rivals in more expensive energy regions. This advantage, however, could be used by the Chinese state to exert influence over the network in ways other states cannot. Emin Gunsirer, a Turkish-American computer scientist and CEO of Ava Labs, a decentralized finance startup, believes the Chinese state could compel miners to block transactions from certain wallets if it chose to. This is an enormous issue. These miners could receive injunctions that compels them to act in a certain way, he told the Wall Street Journal. The Chinese government would say the money at certain addresses must not move, and it compels the Chinese miners to not include certain transactions so they can selectively censor certain users of a blockchain. Core Scientific, a U.S. company building Bitcoin mining operations in the U.S., has raised hundreds of millions of dollars to establish mines and disused factories across America. While these companies have increased their market share over Bitcoin mining, there's still a long way to go. Inner Mongolia, a hub for Bitcoin miners, accounted for 8% of the computing power needed to run the global blockchain. It is the cyberspace race of building and controlling the systems and governance that will power the digital economy, wrote Perian Boring, president of the U.S. Chamber of Digital Commerce. It is the cyberspace race of building and controlling the systems and governance that will power the digital economy, wrote Perian Boring, president of the U.S. Chamber of Digital Commerce. As states become drawn into the world of digital currencies, those that can exert the most influence over mining communities like Bitcoin will have an advantage. At least 65% of cryptocurrency mining is concentrated in China, which means the Chinese government has the majority needed to wield control over those protocols and can effectively block or reverse transactions, wrote Ripple co-founder Chris Larson in an opinion piece. Central bank digital currencies or CBDCs have become a hot topic for several states across the world, particularly China. China's rapid development of a central bank digital currency has the potential to upset the global monetary order, said the editorial board of the Financial Times. Alex Tapscott, the co-author of the book Blockchain Revolution, said China is on the brink of launching its own digital currency while, at least on this issue, the United States is dragging its feet. The two visions for these central bank digital currencies couldn't be more different. More broadly, China's innovation in the blockchain space is also helping the Asian giant pull ahead of its rival. The People's Bank of China alone has filed more than 80 patents related to digital currencies. It is critically important for American and Western policymakers to understand how serious China and other nations are taking digital currencies and blockchain technology. A year before the Chamber of Digital Commerce's report, Xi Jinping, the president of the People's Republic of China, told China's most powerful political body that gaining an advantage in blockchain was critical for the country's future success.